Support for the Ryan Joseph Show is brought to you now by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package, the ultimate men's hygiene bundle, just came today. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code Mr. Joseph at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million balls. Have you ever cut yourself trimming your balls?
My ex-wife nipped my sack once.
You had her shave your balls?
Yeah.
Why'd you have her do it? Because it was like erotic?
Power move.
Oh, dominance, right?
Yep.
Maybe that's why my dad made me let him.
Trimmed your balls?
He shaved my balls just to show he was dominant in my household. Yeah. Did she put like a little piece of toilet paper, like a cut, or like if you got a cut just to stop the bleeding?
No.
My dad would do that. You know, like you do on your face and stuff. But yeah, it happened all the time. We'd walk around with our pants off, but it wasn't like we were naked because we had like little pieces of toilet paper on our balls, and it was a normal thing, and it was actually like we did it during Christmas a lot. It's like I think he like purposely tried to nick my balls sometimes, you know, because he was just like, I like seeing my boy with, you know, like because it's kind of Christmassy when you have a bunch of toilet paper cuts in there, but it doesn't happen anymore now. My dad's pretty excited. I'm out of the house anyways. There's no need to cut my balls anymore, Dad. The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived, and oh man, is it a game changer. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the big guy, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the smaller one, Crop Preserver ball deodorant. He just put it on recently. It smells great. The Crop Reviver toner, just to like spritz up, you know, your stuff, keep it fresh throughout the day. You know, you're about to go to a job interview, spray it on your balls. You'll feel more professional and more eloquent. Performance Boxer Briefs. They're probably aerodynamic for performance. And a travel bag. Where's the travel bag? That's leather, I think. But it looks like leather. To hold your goodies. Let's get into it more. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0. The big guy. Where's it at?
Right here.
Yeah, this trimmer is the future of grooming, and dare I say, the greatest ball trimming ever. I'm really excited to go home and like shave my balls, actually. And that's like not even like what I'm supposed to say. Like I really want to shave my balls now. I like doing it just because they look bigger and my penis looks bigger. The 4th generation trimmer of the big guy. Bring it out again. Gary, you're not doing this right. Okay. The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, okay? No more, you can't kill anyone with this, you know? Back in the day, if you wanted to kill someone, you drop your shaver into... How does it feel?
It smells really good. You smell that?
Yeah, but what do your balls feel like?
I didn't really get them down to the
Was
balls.
that the spritzer?
Give me to get them down on my balls?
It smells really good.
It smells really good.
Yeah.
I
It
don't think
smells
I
really
need them on
good.
my balls just to smell it.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the Lawnmower. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, which I just said, and it also has a 400K LED spotlight for small balls. A spotlight you need for a more precise shave. Just totally flush with the skin, all right? When a girl goes down there or a man or whatever, it'll look like you never grew one hair in your whole life. You know what I mean? And that's going to attract them. Because this trimmer is waterproof, you can say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor. You thought that was good, Gary, but want to take your grooming game even further to the next level? Do you?
Yeah.
The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer. Is he getting it?
Yeah.
I have to like use that, you know. That's gross. Dude, there's a girl that I talked to. I can't remember who. She said she like does that. She like shaves her. Let your girlfriend borrow it or something like that.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's
Girls do that. Girls have hair in their nose. It's pretty gross. So let your girlfriend borrow it. But like, yeah, it's really disgusting. Now that we have this, thank God we can make them look better. The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and provides proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs in those delicate nose holes. I like the word holes. Their Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner, which you just saw Gary demonstrate for you, will change the way you approach your hygiene routine. Trust me when I say this, fellas. Your balls will thank you. Okay. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped Boxers, which we showed you, and the Shed Travel Bag, which kind of looks leather. It looks like a really nice travel bag. Bring your comfort and boxers to another level. And women dig this. You know, men do too. Gay guys do this. They love like clean, nice stuff. But women do like, this guy shaves his balls and he has like a little satchel, you know, like a Robin Hood satchel to carry his stuff around. You know what I mean? Like, it just looks like you're on top of it. You know what I mean? It's time to take care of yourself. So go to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code Mr. Joseph. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code Mr. Joseph at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code Mr. Joseph. Please don't forget that code or none of this applies. Mr. Joseph. I'm going to have my friends call me that now. I really like the way that sounds. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Your balls smell really great.
Yeah, I know, right?
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, can you say that? Ladies and gentlemen? Are you sure?
Ladies, gentlemen, them, they, and ladies and gentlemen that are on their way to being ladies and ladies that were gentlemen. I think I just got I just got the copy for one of my new sponsors that will be coming up. It's very exciting. Welcome to the Ryan Joseph Show. This is not the Bill Dawes Show, even though he thinks it is. We have the legend.
Scott here.
We have the legend Bill Dawes on. He's one of older comic. You know, he doesn't realize that he's in the past. You know, him, Joe Rogan, all these guys. They think that they're like the kings of comedy, but it's the new tide that's in.
Yeah, new tide, man.
I like to talk to these guys because they subscribe to this old bullshit. Like it takes 10 years. It takes 10 years.
Find your voice.
It takes 10 years to find your voice. 20 years for your balls to drop,
Yeah.
and then 30 years to be a comic.
Until you tell your first good joke.
Dude, I was fucking killing it in like 2 months in.
Good for you, man.
That's the way to do it, guys. Because we can plug in on YouTube.
yeah.
Like nowadays, you guys, like where did you start becoming a comic? Like where?
I worked with the Pony Express back. Whatever, stupid joke. But no, I was.
What is that? Like is that?
I started in New York in like 2005, 2006. 2006, I think was my first.
Okay, so
gig.
when you started, could you get up every night?
Well, for me, about a year in, they opened the New York Laugh Factory, which is in Times Square.
Oh,
And
do they still have that?
No,
No.
fucking went tits up in a ditch.
Yeah.
It was owned by a mafia family.
Oh yeah.
There was a rule in New York where anything that was sort of related to the porn industry had to have a 60-40, like 60% could be porn, but 40 had to be legit. So these porn guys in the mafia, they sold part of Show World, I think it was called, to the Laugh Factory. So we were connected to a like peep show strip club.
Were you ever in
fucking
porn?
jerk-off booth.
You look like you could have been in porn. That's a yes. You saw that like hesitation, Gary?
I mean, have I filmed myself?
No, have you ever been in a legit porn? Where can we find you?
No, I've never been in a porn.
That's a yes.
I've been asked to do a porn before.
Yeah. Okay, so were you able to get up every night?
No, but so I was kind of like Jamie. I was like the house MC.
Okay.
So I just started, and I was there like 6 nights a week, and I was the host for like Mark Maron, Greg Giraldo, Chappelle, Gaffigan, everyone. I had no idea because I was brand new to comedy. I was like a fucking soap actor, like a theater and soap actor.
So why'd they let you like start hosting?
I think Jamie Jamie Masada, owner of the Laugh Factory, he just for some stupid reason he liked me.
He was out there. I thought he's always just like sitting on some chair in the Hollywood Laugh Factory, be like, make sure they're not saying faggot. Anybody saying the N-word?
Buddy, you can't say N-word. You have to leave the stage, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, he got in business with these guys, and they were. And by the way, after the Michael Richards thing at the Laugh Factory, where he said the N-word,
The highlight of Laugh Factory's rain.
And of course, like it goes speak to the fact there's no bad press because after that happened, Laugh Factory was like the hottest club in America. We had 5 rooms in New York and they were sold out every weekend because of the N-word Michael Richards video. So, but they started embezzling money because they're mafia, and that's what you do when you're in the fucking mafia in New York. So, Jamie went over there to figure out what's going on, why he was getting like no money sent. And apparently the guy was like in his office, just like, well, there's some, and he's like cleaning his gun.
Dude, that's
he's
so
like,
cool.
There's some stuff here we're dealing with.
Forget about it. I don't know what happened.
So then Jamie went to the New York Times and basically was like, these guys are threatening me. What? It's actually good that he put it on paper because basically they were saying like, if he didn't do that, they would just kill him. And this was like his defense.
So like because they didn't want to do it because if he went, so now everyone would know if he disappeared or something.
Exactly.
They would know.
Yeah.
That's smart, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never met him. I never met him. I never even met Enrique, even though I've been on. I was on the. It's so weird because I got on the marquee of the Laugh Factory,
That's cool.
but I'm not even past there. Just because of a connection. That's the way it works, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, deeper debt.
Well, the marquee it used to be like a marquee where you'd have to get the stick with the letters and put it up like BILL.
Yeah.
And it was there for like a weekend. Now the marquee is like a rotating digital marquee. It just doesn't feel as special.
I know.
They just put like 20 people up there. Here's your name. Take a picture. Moving on.
Yeah, but it was cool because it would be like I'd wait for it and then all the thing. And
Take a
then
picture.
I was like, all right, take a picture. It's always there. It's always there.
Yeah.
And but once I saw that, like, cause I'm like, I'm banned from the Vulcan, and I'm ready to talk about that now, guys.
Okay. Go on, Ryan.
But I was banned from the Vulcan because some lies from a crazy bitch that went over there. And it's not because the guy from Big Laughs, him and I were really cool always. And but I think he believed what the girl said just because the girl was mad because I talked shit about her. She and I had a good show together. We started, even Rogan talked about how good the show was and he was on it. And then, but we had a falling out. And that just goes to show never become best friends with someone because like,
Never get friends with someone.
Never become best friends with someone who can like give you an edge over everything because I didn't expect that. Like becoming friends with her, her husband was involved with a club here, and so I got it in.
So
like it's gonna be so obvious what we're talking about. But it's fine, man.
I know, but like I don't like to say names. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
It doesn't matter because it's like what can they do? But anyways, I found myself being able to meet people more because I was friends with her. But really, I didn't have any friends when I moved here.
Yeah.
And she embraced me, and we were good friends, And then, but just when shit goes bad, because friendships can go bad.
Yeah.
It really goes bad,
Yeah,
just like dating a female comic, it's good and stuff. But when it goes bad, it goes really bad.
No, it's not a good idea.
I think it's
terrified.
it's being friends with women in general.
I think it's just women.
These fucking guys.
I think it's just. I know Bill is a liberal. Bill says he's a liberal, but he's just Hollywood.
I cannot commit to like being a Republican. I just don't.
I'm
think
not
I'll ever
talking
be able
about
to
fucking
do it.
Republicans or Democrats. I'm talking about progressives. I don't even want to say liberal. I want to say progressives. You believe in like picking up girls at women's marches, which isn't. It's not a bad idea because they will have.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
They
What's the
will
problem?
abort your baby.
That's a great way to meet someone at an abortion march.
But like, I know you're into that. I know you're into like having your balls put in a jar when you date a girl.
I'm not into it. It just happens. Okay. I don't plan for it. Just actually, my
the good
balls are in a
part,
jar.
like you're more successful than me, but like I have a upper hand, and because I can say whatever I want.
Yeah.
One time on stage, some kid goes, "You're going to be canceled." I was like, "Cancel? You can't. There's nothing to cancel.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I'm free. I can fly."
The cancel thing is like either you're like low down the totem pole where you can't be canceled, or you're too high up and you can't be canceled. You know what I mean? There's
I
like
don't think. Well, I think once you have, it's all about. There's no such thing as cancel. I've told you, like some bigger comics that have been canceled, they can go and still fill out a fucking stadium.
Exactly. If they have their own way to make an audience and
It's
grow
just
an
money.
audience and
It's always just money.
Patreon, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, like Louis, he's killing it more than ever.
It's crazy that Louis C.K. won a Grammy.
Is that recently?
He won Sunday. This past last week.
I heard about that.
It's incredible, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I thought it was an amazing special, but the amount of people that are like, "That's motherfucker, this predator won this fucking."
Predator.
Wait, why though? Why did he get canceled again? Because of the jerk off thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have been honored if he jerked off in front of me. I would have been paused and be like, "Hey, dude."
Well, it is the whole Louis C.K. Jerking off thing. It is a nebulous thing because it sounds like when this happened, it was before he was like Louis C.K. This is when he was just like a fat bald guy who was in writers' rooms. He wasn't
No.
like the producer, showrunner, creator of shows.
Not the way I
Star.
understood. Because I knew one of the girls that actually ratted him out.
Uh-huh.
A girl named Abby or something, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was an open micer. And I asked her one time, I was like, what happened? What'd you do? And she's like, well, we were having a phone conversation. And then, like, 4 days later, I found out that he was jerking off while he was talking to me.
How'd she find that out?
Exactly. I don't know how. But she's like, someone told me. And I was like, but it didn't even bother you or affect you because you were talking to him and you still had a good conversation. I was like, every guy you ever talk to is jerking off when they're talking to you. I want you bet.
Or at least playing with their balls. Or
Your
something.
dad is fucking playing with his balls while he talks to you.
Yeah.
You know, I guarantee you. And
That one was a weird one because
Yeah.
she didn't know it at the time, or she's like, let's say someone was jerking off where you're talking to them because you hear their breath kind of being jagged or whatever.
hey, how's it going?
And now are you traumatized? Are you traumatized by that?
Yeah, see if I. But like why like you're helping someone, you know? you are there to help someone. And
I'm actually, this sounds awful, but I'm a little impressed with Louis C.K. Like, I don't think I could ever jerk off talking to someone on the phone.
what about like
it'd be
in
too
person?
distracting.
Dude, in person, isn't that cool? Like, hey, do you mind if I jerk off?
Well,
right now?
isn't that
That
what ended
takes-
up happening? He got in trouble for jerking off in front of some girl in person, but he like asked them if it was okay or some bullshit, right?
Yeah, he asked.
Well, apparently, the first one was at the I think it was or Aspen Film Festival or whatever up in the mountains. And they went back to his hotel room at like midnight. And here's one thing I always say. Not like anyone deserves to be assaulted or anything like that, obviously. But if you go to a comic's hotel room
You can't get
after
raped.
midnight,
You should be raped.
at least know that he's not just there to watch a TV show. Like, you got to have
Sure,
some.
you go into anybody's hotel room after midnight.
Any
you have to
guy-
have some understanding that he's probably wanting something sexual to happen. So it's probably good not to go if you don't want that.
And yeah, if you get invited to a guy's hotel room, and you're not friends with him,
Yeah.
it's for a reason. It's
Yeah.
not to become friends.
So apparently, these two girls who were in some duet, I don't know what the duet was. They're at the film festival, and this is the comedy festival. This is long before Louis C.K. was like a big name. They go back to his place, and he goes, and when he gets in, he goes, "Hey, can I masturbate in front of you?" Which I've never asked a girl
You just do it.
to do that,
Yeah, you
and because I don't either. I'm kidding. I've never.
It's not as fun.
I've never asked. I've never done. Anyway, and they go, and apparently they went, tee, and they laughed, and they sat on his bed while he was in the chair.
That's awesome, dude.
So then he was like, okay. And then he started jerking off.
That's so
and they were
cool.
like giggling and laughing whole hands. And he like
They
came on
liked
his,
it, and he came on
and he
his
came
stomach.
his little freckly belly. and then they
He played
they laughed.
He played
and they
connect the
left.
dots with this. It's like
So I guess my question is, so and then they went and they told everyone in the business.
yeah.
This happened.
Can you hear his voice like on the thing? Because last time when Lauren Compton was on here, her voice was just so like it'd be like this way.
All right, I'll just hold like this. Is this
No,
better?
That's because she wasn't talking into the mic. You know how women are.
Yeah, they can't. It's just like come on, think about it. Like,
Yeah, women, they don't talk into mics. What are you kidding?
women are just
Well, it would
like
have been never mind.
the older I get, the more misogynistic I get.
Oh, that's bad.
I'm embracing it though because that makes me less misogynistic.
That's bad.
Admitting you're a misogynist makes you less of a misogynist.
It
right?
does because to hide it is the worst. If you're a
Yeah.
racist and you hide
Yeah.
it, that is worse.
That's why Hitler really didn't hate the Jews because he said he hated the Jews.
yeah. He was vulnerable. He was being vulnerable.
Yeah, he was
and
like, guys, I
open.
just want to share my hatred of the Jews. with
He
you
had
guys."
feelings, like,
Yeah.
and he was expressing his feelings,
Mhm.
and like everyone. You know what's crazy though? Everyone always thinks that they're doing something good. Even the most evil people in the
Of
world,
course they
like
do.
Hitler.
Of
you
course
know?
they do.
And then you learn that.
He
and
thought he
as
was
a-
like creating a better society.
as an
in
actor, you
Germany.
learn that like you have to defend.
Of course,
have
whenever
to-
you're acting, whatever role you play, you have to go. I'm a good guy
Yeah.
fighting for. I mean, everyone, Putin, Xi
Yeah.
Jinping.
Isn't that crazy though? Like goodness is like our main drive, no matter what. Like, so you could argue inherently we all are really good people, or we're all obsessed with being good. We want to be good. We want to be closer to whatever we consider God or whatever. But like, even if it's evil, it turns into an evil thing. But what's to say it's evil? You know?
Yes.
Like our estimation. Yeah, people died and got burned in ovens, but it could. I mean, I'm not saying I would do it. I have a grandma that's Jewish. I'm not saying.
Oh, you wouldn't burn Jews in ovens? Okay, that's a step.
If they came to me and said, "Where are the Jews?" I would have been like, "I don't want to do this, but I'll show you where they are." I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to do this." But
Yeah,
you're
you
coming-
wouldn't do it, but you like do like a slight head nod or whatever.
Dude, you know you would. Everyone, like Jordan Peterson says, everyone likes to say they'd be the savior.
course.
They're like, I would stand up for the Jews and I would take a
Or
bullet for
if
Anne
I was
Frank.
on a plane, someone had I'd take them down on the plane.
No.
9/11 wouldn't happen if I was on the plane.
I'd be like, please don't cut me with the box cutter. The box cutter looks like it stings.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're a hero, and then when shit goes down, they just freeze.
Yeah. But yeah, and when your shit goes down, you're going to tell where all your Jewish friends
That's like
are.
the slapping. In the slapping, like people are like, dude, if someone slapped me, Will Smith, I would have fucking taken. Nah, you wouldn't have. You would have just been so shocked that Will Smith smacked you.
Slapped you.
You'd have been
Yeah.
sat there and been like, and there's a teleprompter, a giant teleprompter. You probably would have done the same thing.
But one thing I would have done different, though, I would have like not acted like I wasn't pissed off. I'd be like, man, this is fucked up. I just got slapped in the fucking face, you know? Because what are you gonna say? Like, be all like he was all like kind and perfect, and he just goes into reading what he had to read. That was kind of weird. Like,
Well,
I would
what
been
if it
like,
was fake
this
or
is
something?
bullshit. I've been like, the Oscars are just over, you know? Like, here's your stupid fucking next category. I just got slapped in the face. This is bullshit. Fuck you, Will.
What just goes to show, like, once again, like they're not the people to proselytize to the rest of America
Right.
about how to be a better person.
Yeah, don't listen to celebrities.
Black on black crime.
Black on black crime does boost ratings, though.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's over, man. The Oscars, it's just, I mean, that was the best thing that ever happened in Oscar.
The
history.
ratings were up this year on the Oscars.
They probably did it on purpose in a way.
I know a lot of people are saying that it was an intentional slap, but first of all, there's no way, because have you ever seen a Chris Rock movie? He's not a good actor.
No.
And that was the exact authentic way that people behave after they've been slapped and are in a state of shock.
So wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
you're
You
right.
think there's no way that was fake?
No, because Chris
0%?
Rock doesn't have the ability to act that. Because he
No, because you always go
Hey,
like this when you get fake slapped. You always
he
go
was
like
like,
this.
whoa, and then he like fucked up his lines. And he flubbed it, and his eyes were like a deer. And there's videos of him afterwards where he's just like looking completely confused.
In Will Smith's face, it wasn't like, it was pure like, yeah, don't fuck with my wife.
And did you see Jada Pinkett Smith
She was-
when she was laughing?
Yeah, that's why. That made
Afterwards.
me think it might have been fake.
That was beta bullshit, dude.
No, it's just
He
she's
ruined
a
his career.
bitch.
He ruined his career over a woman because he was
No,
laughing.
he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
They're
He
gonna-
ruined his career
I
over a
also
woman.
think that it might have just, any press is good press.
I would have been like, ha ha.
I bet you his star meter on IMDb is #1 right now. I
Yeah,
mean, hell.
exactly my point. Yeah.
We should look it up.
Hey, I can do that right now.
You should look it up.
I'm looking it up.
I mean, definitely helped Chris Rock's career, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I heard they're selling out everywhere.
Yeah.
But last time we looked up shit on our phones, it reminds me we were looking up professional cuddlers. Do you know what that is?
Professional. So you hire someone to come cuddle you?
Yeah, dude. And it's like guys, like old men. They're like, when I got certified as a cuddler,
Certified?
you can get certified. You can hire women, or you can hire.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. I want to try it just to talk to them. We should do it to have them come over for the pod
Yeah.
and be like.
Yeah.
and
Wait,
what-
is it only men who do the
what if-
cuddling?
What if I
No,
interview?
there's women too. There are women.
Yeah, you gotta have a
What if
woman
I
cuddler.
interviewed you while I had a cuddler? Just so I.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No,
What makes someone? How do you get certified as a professional cuddler?
dude, I feel like
I trained for 2 years
Dude, I should
in
read
the
it.
cuddling
No, I
techniques.
should read it to you again. It goes like this. It goes, you go to this is how you guys do it. You go if you want a cuddler, and I would like like you're gonna get a boner when the girl is lying next to you, right? These are prostitutes, but like I have actually an idea. I wrote a short script about this guy named Cuddles or Snuggles. Snuggles, and he's like a white guy who wants to be a pimp. You know what I mean? He's got like the goals. I'll play him in the show. I'll be like, you're my best spoon, bitch. and like one guy, it'll start off with a guy crying in the car, being like, I can't do this anymore, dude.
Yeah.
He'd be like, bitch, you get up there, man. You gotta make me my fucking money. You're my best spoon, bitch. And like he goes up there and he's crying while he's cuddling a guy. And like every time like Snuggles turns a girl, he like rapes them, but rape cuddles them. Like he doesn't rape them, but he like cuddles them, and they're screaming, "Please stop! It hurts!" And he's just like, "Yeah, bitch."
He's cuddling them.
He's just cuddling them. He's not raping. All right,
All right, I found it.
cuddle comfort.
Will Smith is number 3.
Who's #2? Chris Rock.
Jonathan Bailey, and number 1 is Simone Ashley.
Get a cuddle buddy today.
Who's Simone Ashley? Usually when people are like are number one, I'm like, did someone just die? Like who? Simone Ashley is probably on some show that I haven't seen.
She looks like just some slut. I don't know.
Yeah, look at start cuddling. Oh wait, no, that's when you can become a
Start
cuddler.
cuddling today.
Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to make some money, dude. But like, find a cuddler. So,
God, that would be a funny sort of mini doc to make about getting certified as a cuddler.
dude, I know. Like,
Maybe we can call someone right now and ask.
book a pro. So you go book a pro, and you go right here. What if I become aroused? There's a question. Don't worry, it's normal. We understand that it's usually not indicative of your mental experience. So while
Indicative of your mental experience? What does that even mean?
So
you have
I'll
a boner. It's not indicative of your mental experience, okay?
That's exactly what it is.
so while sexual activity of any kind is never permitted, physical arousal shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable. Okay.
Can I jerk off while being cuddled?
Look at these girls right here.
Asked Louis C.K.
Yeah, no, this would be a great job. So Katie and Garcia.
How much do they make?
Okay, here. About me, I'm kind of a dominant GFD bitch. But I do love
GFD was GF. God fucking damn bitch? Is that what that means?
God fucking damn it, bitch. Good fuck on the dick, bitch. But I
Wait,
do love cuddles.
GFD. What's GFD mean?
Really
There's
enjoy
always-
and love cuddling and comforting. So giving this a try. I think it'll be great. I'm well educated, usually laconic. Oh, but that could mean
Usually laconic.
GFD
I love it. It's just a
bitch.
way of saying that she's just a depressed, lazy bitch.
yeah.
I'm laconic.
I lay in my bed all day and I was wanting to make money by laying
You know, I
next
was
to
laying
you.
in bed 12 hours a day, and I realized, like, this is a great way to make money.
Dude, some of these girls are pretty, attractive, like Mini Mandy.
Oh, no.
Wait.
I guess
is
she's
that
a little...
Is that a real person?
Yeah, 20. She's
Mini
in
Mandy,
Maryland.
does that mean she's a little person, or what does that mean?
I don't know, but I was using the term mini Mandy in a bit the other day as a
The
joke.
next episode will have cuddlers on it. That is my promise to you guys because I know
What does GFD mean?
the show's been
I'm seeing it means
gone.
grounds for dismissal. But that doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Hey, you need to be a better producer, Gary, and look up the shit and read it.
Asshole.
You need to read it. So
Oh, I know what it means.
What does it mean?
It means good from a distance. Like
Really?
you ever see it? You never heard that saying? It means
GFD.
I'm a
like
pocket
from
person.
20 yards away. She's
10,
hot,
5,
but when you get
1.
up close, yeah.
a Monet.
listen,
Yes.
about me. I'm a pocket person, but I'm always down to eat. I love being outside, but I hate being in the sun. I'm the perfect small spoon, but my inner self is tall and mighty, and loves to be the big spoon.
Let me see that picture of her.
She looks like the chick from the first Superman. What's that?
She does. She looks
Right?
like, it was her name Karen Al? I forget her name.
I don't know.
Show that camera.
She's 60 years old, by the way.
Can you see it, Chris?
Aw. I'm all for that. But like bad shit happens in the cuddle world. Like
Yeah,
not
but-
everything is going to be utopia.
But it's not indicative of your mental experience.
Yeah.
If it slides in, it's not
I
indicative.
just love the fact that they're like
of
they
your
had
mental
like some
experience.
idiot had to answer that question like, what about boners? Well, it's not indicative of your mental experience.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's such a bull. It's like what you say when you've never read the book. You have to do a book report in 7th grade. It doesn't mean anything.
Dude, one time I took Adderall and I did because I have a literature degree, right? And I went on and I studied like Shakespeare, and they don't but this was a short story class, and they don't respect these literature professors. They don't respect Stephen King or all these people where the stories are based off plot. They respect character development
Yeah.
in their stories, right? But Stephen King had one story that they liked, and I forgot what it was called. It was called it was fuck what it was called, but it was about the devil, like this guy that was the devil. But I remember I did this badass fucking I don't know where I got off, why I started talking about this, but I got off. I just remember tweaking out, and I gave the best analysis of the story. Good, Mr. Robertson, or fuck. Sorry.
It's okay. Good, Mr. Robinson. Is this about the devil?
Good, dear. Yeah, look it up.
So do you remember your analysis?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything in college. Do you?
I loved bullshitting essay. It was I was in engineering college.
Were you
So whenever
really?
I had like an essay about like whatever the fuck it was, something creative, you can just say it's like Twitter. You can just make up any bullshit you want and reverse engineer any ideology you want to something. Like people wore hats here because it's indicative of covering who they really were and their spirits were. Whatever the
Dude,
fuck you
in
wanna say.
literature, that's all they do is they break down these books. right?
Everything's a symbol. Just make everything simple.
We read American Psycho, right? And it was all about like the consumerism of the 80s, and same with Lolita, right?
Yeah.
Because all he did was when he was like banging this little girl and going on a fucking road trip, he'd buy her bubble gum and all these like sorry, I have like a thing in my mouth. And he had like and he'd buy her like comic books, and it was about like American consumerism, like, and like her, because she's a little girl, it was about the American country being small.
A young country.
Yeah, and
still
coming
developing.
together by consuming everything and just getting fucked by an old man.
Yeah.
It was great.
An old British man.
Good Mr. Brown or something like that. Getting closer.
I'm not finding shit even close to what you're talking
Stephen King's short story.
Too much Adderall, too much weed. You can't remember.
Did you do lots of drugs in college?
No, I was a complete nerd.
I did lots of drugs. I don't remember my 20s whatsoever.
Really?
I don't remember what I learned. I did write a lot. I was always writing.
I think I only blacked out one time in my life from drinking.
What?
I blacked out. I know it's like a weekly occurrence for you, Gary, but
Give me a fucking break over there, Bill.
and every other week, no, I blacked out one time, and it was because at my college they have something called the Nude Olympics. The first snowfall of the year, everyone runs around naked, and I was worried about my little cold winter dick, so I had to drink a lot, and then I fucking blacked out.
Liquid courage, huh?
You know how you overcome that if you have a small dick? I mean, this is what I heard.
Hey, I don't have a small dick.
This is what
That's
I
not
heard.
what I'm saying.
This is what I heard. You always turn your AC really low when the girl comes over, so you have an excuse. This is what I heard. You know, I just don't. But anyways,
No, it did shrink. It shrunk down to like 7 inches, like flaccid, which was like,
Yeah, I know.
embarrassing.
I know. I can't wear shorts because mine I have to wrap around my leg. But I'm not the funniest comic in the world, but like I can write because I think I do. I think it was because of college where you just write and write and write, and I do understand like language really well, where I can write a joke really well, and I think a lot of comics don't write as much as they should.
Yeah,
You know?
you're absolutely right about that.
Do you write every day?
Absolutely not. I really should.
Why not, dude? You're such a great comic.
I don't know. I think that part of it is, I don't know, man. It's bad habits. Like I just never was. I was the guy who was like, I'm just going to write on stage,
No.
and then I started. You know, sometimes like right now, for example, I haven't sat and just I'm going to write jokes. I know a lot of people have writing teams. They get together, they do a whole session.
That's bullshit. It's just how you have sex with women that are female comics. That's what I heard.
But I do. I will. I mean, I'm all for writing. I try to like record my sets. And if someone's like, if we did a show, you're a great writer, and you're like, hey, here's an idea.
Yeah.
Like sometimes that helps me if someone goes, maybe take it this direction.
I
I'm
always
always
hate
down for
doing that though because I did a guest spot for Kate Quigley,
Uh-huh.
and she had like this bit about like deer. I think it was like women are like deer or something, and I didn't understand, right? Like, and the way she had described it, because like women are always like staring, and I guess I was like in headlights because they get hypnotized by the headlights when the car comes and runs them over
Yeah.
or something. But I did think about when I lived in Colorado how like deer would always look inside the window and stuff when you would shut your lights off, and then like the deer would just be standing there looking inside. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that to her, and on stage she did say, in her thing, she was like, how they get hypnotized and they're looking through your window, and she got a big laugh and she used it, and I was like, wow. And I went backstage, I was like, you fucking bitch, that's my shit, It was beautiful.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
felt like a real comic.
I love that. I love that when people. It's great when people use your material. It's awesome.
No, it felt like, because she's a master, dude. I was watching her, like, because I can't do that. Like, I'm a one-liner. I hate saying that because I'm really want to. I feel like I've mastered the one-liner thing to a certain degree, but I want to become like, be able to like flip that, because you can't just do one-liner for an hour.
Well, you definitely can't do one liner for an hour about sexually assaulting women and jerking off in front of windows for an hour.
No.
You have some of the best jokes about jerking off and sexually assaulting women, but there's a lot of them.
I have racist jokes too. I have jokes about jerking off in front of kids. Like the monkey joke. You heard the monkey joke?
What's the monkey joke?
The monkey joke. It goes, it's a very new joke I'm proud of. It goes, I went to the zoo and I saw this monkey jerking off in front of a bunch of kids. I had no idea those things imitate you like that. And that was new for me because I was
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm branching out, you know? I'm
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
talking about
Not just jerking out in front of women, jerking
It's
out in front of
kids
children
now.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
good. I see you expand your repertoire. That's awesome, man.
Well, I get sick of those same premises of my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's just tiring me. And all my jokes, when I go to do shows now, I'm just like, what jokes do I do? And I've said them a million times.
Yeah, yeah.
And like,
Is there a one-liner comic that you look at that you're like, this is the guy? Is it like Stephen Wright? Is it Jez? Is it something you look at, you're like, that's the best example of the style I do?
no,
No. Just me, Bill.
it's just me. No, when I look at Jeselnik, he inspired, sometimes I'll listen to Jeselnik just to get an idea of how to do the, what is it called? The twists, you know, what's the word for the twist?
The turn, the reversal,
The twist?
No, not the reversal, starts with a D.
the dick.
Fuck, I can't think today, dude.
The misdirect?
Yeah, misdirect.
That starts with an M, by the way.
Like I always get good ideas from the misdirect from
Yeah, yeah.
him and the way he sets it up. He has some of the best jokes that I'm like totally jealous of, but some of his jokes are really weak.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them I'm like, but I think he
Well, it's
doesn't.
impossible to do like nonstop perfect one-liner jokes. I always like jokes that have like the cognitive dissonance. There's a word we can learn today: cognitive dissonance. For like inside the one line,
Yeah.
like Daniel Tosh, I think is a great example of that. I think he's a
Yeah.
great example of a one-liner mixed with sort of like longer things. But he goes, "Hey guys, I don't have an opinion either way, but what do you guys think about faggots getting married?" And it's just like a silly.
Yeah.
It's just like a silly. The joke is already in the statement.
Yeah,
right? Because
I love that too.
You know, I love whenever people do. Or Erica Rhodes wrote a joke on Twitter that I liked and got in trouble for saying her joke is like if life isn't worth living, what's the point of being a nihilist?
Yeah.
It's just like I just like weird jokes. It's like one sentence where the joke is in the one sentence.
Well, I have that one joke that goes, "Did you guys know that sometimes after sex, women will bleed from their wrists?" You know, it's cognitively dissonant because there's a dissonance to it, but it's like it's not like set up premise.
Yeah, exactly.
Punch. I do like that
There's
a lot.
like the half step where they have to catch up to it afterwards. Yeah.
And sometimes, like when I say a joke, I love like my opener. I've been going over to this girl's house every night. I'm starting to feel like I should tell her.
Yeah.
I always pause. Right. It takes them 4 seconds. I count off,
It's a long pause. I've seen you do it.
and then I go like
multiple
this. I just go, and the room explodes. But I have to wait in between that 4 seconds. I don't know.
It's funny too because I feel like now that weed is more legal and more people are smoking
I'm
weed,
fucked if they're
it's
stoned.
changed the makeup of comedy clubs because people are just a little bit slower.
If I know they're all stoned, I'm fucked because
Yeah.
my jokes you kind of have to think about.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like they're not gonna get it.
Yeah,
you know?
but it's cool. You just like sit in the pocket, you just stare at them. And
Well,
they'll
if
get
you
it.
just talk about using drugs, then they just laugh. You know,
Yeah.
I've done that before where I'm like, my jokes aren't working.
Do you ever think about just being like really vulnerable on stage? I just saw
All these faggots talking about that.
I just saw Rothaniel on HBO. It's a Gerard Carmichael, the Rothaniel Carmichael special.
Rothaniel, I never heard that name before.
I mean,
I don't
it's
like him already.
It's a pretty great special for what it is, which is like a guy who's being, you know, he's coming out as gay, and he's talking about the fact his first name's, all these lies in his family, and he's a pretty brilliant guy. It's super manipulative because he knows everyone's gonna be, oh, you're gay. My thing is like it's 2022 and everyone's like, you're so brave. It's not brave coming out as gay in 2022.
No,
Sorry.
straight white males are the bravest people. We've always been. Do you know how hard it is to run to enslave a whole group of people? That's what I always say. You have to give the devil its due, right? Think about it. How hard is it to make people carry cotton all day? Wow. It's so light, and they get to sing songs with their friends, free
Yeah.
food. And then yet I don't think my family owned slaves because I'm Irish. We were like actually the dogs.
I mean, there were people don't like to talk about it, and I definitely never want to bring it up because you make it sound like, oh, really? But there were a fuck ton of Irish slaves that people don't want. For some reason, that's part of American history that people don't want to talk about.
My dad has a sign that says, "Work help needed. Irish need not apply."
I used to do this bit about like, what if it was reversed? What if black people were slave owners and white people were the slaves? I was like, well, if that was the case, white people would still be slaves. We never would have gotten out of it. First of all, we wouldn't be able to escape from a black person. So, Yo, give him a head start, man. Let me stretch first. You
Yeah,
can get
yeah,
over that fence.
yeah.
Anyway,
That's not true. That's not true because that's how they got so fast. It's because they
I don't
were.
think that's how Darwinian evolution works.
No, dude. It is.
Good night, everyone. It's good to be here.
This is how Bill's career ends. But this is a really important thing I have to talk about. Carrying cotton is not hard. All right. Okay. I just
Look, you know what? I like to be edgy, but I don't want to talk about slavery that much, really.
I just think, like, why do we think about that still, like slavery? Because, do you know what? I had friends that were Ethiopian when I worked in Seattle, and it was so crazy because, like, the light skinned ones, I think actually it was like the Ethiopians that were enslaved by the Eritreans, right? So I was an Eritrean woman I was talking to, and she was like, "Yeah, my grandmother had slaves," and I was like, "What?" It was so shocking. And she was like, "Where did they sleep?" She's like, "Oh, in the backyard." And I was like,
Her grandmother?
her grandmother had slaves. I was jealous. I was like, I want a slave, you know? Just like,
Well, what's weird about that is what people don't realize, like, slavery was pretty much like,
I'm just saying that.
it wasn't like banned in the world, I think, until like the 80s.
But imagine like owning a slave. That must be hard. You know, imagine if you had a slave right now. You have to wonder about him and feed him, make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude, like, why don't we have real compassion for everyone?
Yeah.
I'm more of a liberal than anyone.
I mean, Louis C.K. did have a good joke about that. He talked about, like, you know, past trauma and stuff. He's like, look, black people in America have had it bad. Like, slavery was an awful, awful thing. It's something they have to heal. And white people have had their trauma. For example, when we had to stop owning slaves.
Yeah.
That was traumatic for us.
Yeah.
It's a funny joke.
Yeah. I had one I never used. I've just been writing it in my head, but it was like something about, like, I told my dad we were learning about slavery at school, and I didn't want to learn about it. I'm very uncomfortable. And he said, that's just because you have a heart and you feel bad for people losing their property or something, or something like that. But I never used it. But I don't know. We shouldn't talk about this.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
We shouldn't. I mean, Grant, I guess I'm trying to be edgy because I'm afraid of not
Being truly vulnerable.
Yeah,
Ryan,
back to what you said, like being vulnerable.
What
like,
happened to you, Ryan? What happened to you as a child?
I was abused as a kid.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was abused. I really was.
You opened this
Hilarious,
can of worms.
Gary.
See, that's what happens.
By your mom or dad, Boy Scout leader?
I never got sexually abused, which sucked.
Lucky.
Yeah, I know. I almost got molested.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you weren't quite cute enough, were you?
Well, no, dude. Like
You were probably a cute kid.
I went to
No homo.
I went to a Christian summer camp, right?
That's where it'll happen.
Yeah. And the head counselor's name was Wilson.
Oh. Wilson is a pedo name if there ever was one.
And he would run the Bible group, the Bible study group after dinner, and it was really good food too.
Yeah. That's what they get you.
Why are you sweating, dude?
No, I'm not sweating. It's the fucking Vaseline he gave me to put in my eyes. I was fucking him in the ass, and I was just like, no, I asked for eye drops, and he like gave me this shit to put in my eyes, and it was like cream in my eyes. Anyways, I was almost molested.
What do you mean you're almost molested?
Just the
This
tip.
either got to be a great story or don't tell it.
It was no, this guy, and it was really cool to be groomed. I really liked that. You know?
The brum of your hair, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like he cared. He made me feel beautiful and stuff.
Wait, are you fucking with me? Are you serious?
I'm being.
So what did he do?
I'm being totally. You said be vulnerable, and
Yeah.
so this is what happens.
I'm
no one
with you.
agrees.
I'm with you.
Can you tell one of your girlfriends downstairs to bring some water?
Hey, can one of y'all bring some water up here, please?
Bitch.
God, guys, quit being so misogynistic.
Well, I mean, I didn't say. He said bitch. I didn't say bitch. I said please.
Girls call each other bitches. Why can't we?
Well, it's a good point, but we also can't say other things that other people can call themselves.
I'm a
You know what
classical.
saying?
I'm a classical liberal. I call my friends the N-word all the time that are black. They want, dude. I open for.
Wait, what?
Well, they want me
Do
to.
you?
I open for my David Lucas sometimes.
Well,
Or
he's
feature.
cool. I'm
Yeah,
sure
but
he'd be
David-
cool with
yeah,
it.
That's what I was gonna say. David Lucas.
David will look at you and be like, "Hey, man, I just want to let you know you can call me the N-word."
Do they say the N word or they say the actual?
Yeah,
word?
he'll say it, and I'll be like, "Okay." But no. Sometimes I'll write like racist jokes, and I'll be like, "I don't want to say these tonight, dude. You have a really big black audience, and I'm afraid they're gonna like. He's like, man, say that shit, and he'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
me. But it's so great because he introduces me to the audience, right? So I'm like friends with the black guy.
Yeah.
So I have like a ticket to say
Yeah,
the
yeah,
worst
yeah.
shit in the world, dude. But anyways, so I was almost molested. He would like sit me on his lap during Bible study group. And
How old are you?
I was like 11 or 9. I think it was 9.
Way too old.
I know.
Any age is too old to be on someone's lap, but 11 is.
I know
fucking
it felt
weird.
kind of weird. I was like 9 or.
So you're
whatever.
on his lap during Bible study?
He would just. I'd be walking by and he'd sit down and he'd be like, "Ryan's the most handsomest boy in camp," and I'd be like,
Oh.
"Thanks, man. That's really cool." You know. But one day he's like, "Hey, do you want to go out to the want to go check out this barn
No.
out in the woods?"
Way.
And I was
He
like,
said, "Let's check out this barn out in the woods."
I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And so I didn't know what sex was.
Of course not.
Yeah. And so like I'm walking out there with him. It was a long
Long
walk.
walk. It's midnight.
The wood-
The moon is out.
The twigs are snapping
Yeah,
a
you
little
hear
too loud.
crickets.
Thanks.
It's completely silent.
I wanted one of your girlfriends to bring it up. Just like,
Yeah.
sorry.
He's telling a story about how he almost got molested.
So we get up to the barn.
This counselor, Christian counselor, takes him to a barn out in the woods. Nothing shady there.
And his name was Wilson.
Wilson.
Takes me up to the barn.
Do you know his last name? Can we find him on Facebook?
He died of cancer.
Karma.
I heard he died of cancer. And I feel bad, like I never said anything once I realized what he did because all the boys that probably got raped, you know. And I was
it's
like,
Yeah, it's really.
Think about
probably your
all the
fault.
people who got away with molesting children for their entire lifetime.
that's
Well-
pretty. I mean, that's pretty awesome that they got away with it. But anyways, I mean, to get away with the worst shit you can do in the world, like bank robbers, you have to respect them.
Okay, I'll respect a bank robber,
Nothing's
maybe.
wrong with that. John Dillinger was a fucking hero.
You respect like murderers in a way, like serial killers. You're like, God, they got away with it. There's a certain respect, you know, because it's like, it's the most for some reason, because maybe of my childhood, I had a girlfriend once say this to me, like, maybe that's why you like dark stuff because this is the way you deal with it or something.
Yeah.
But I'm fascinated by dark, fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Anyways, we get to the barn,
We get to the barn. Back at the ranch.
and he goes, "Hey, you see those haystacks? You want to go on top of those haystacks?"
So it's up on another
Are
level.
you making this up?
Dude, I'm
You have to climb up a ladder to the haystacks of a barn?
I think so. Can't remember that part. And I was like, I looked up at the haystacks, and I was like, it just didn't seem right, you know?
Yeah. The corner, there's bats up there, it's dark. Cobwebs. Like,
It didn't
maybe
seem-
not.
I was like, I just stepped back, right? I stepped back and I looked at him and I looked at the haystacks and I just fucking bolted, dude. I just ran.
bolted?
I ran
shit.
and I ran. I just ran. I just remember running, and like him be like, "Hey, Ryan, come back. It's cool, man. It's all good."
And it's all good. We're just hanging out with some haystacks. Grown man and his little handsome friend.
Wilson and little Ryan.
Wilson.
Handsome Ryan and Wilson hanging out in the haystacks in a barn out of earshot of the rest of the camp.
and that was it. But
fucked
sometimes
up,
sometimes I wonder if I blocked it out.
Maybe.
You know?
Oh,
I
you
think-
you've been lying to yourself.
Yeah.
I think a lot
Telling
of
yourself
people.
that you didn't get molested, but you did.
I think a lot of people were molested and have blocked it out. I think I probably was
But
too.
can you really block it out? Because if you were like, I would admit it to myself because the points I would get, you know.
No, but I mean,
I can't get banned from a
obviously,
comic
if you were-
club.
If you were
Conscious, though.
anally raped, that'd probably be harder. But if you were like touched or groped in some way and you're young, you know,
No,
you
because
could
I
maybe
really
forget
would
that.
admit it, and I try to think about it. I'm like, no, because I remember running. I remember.
Did you see him again?
It
After
was
that?
kind of like that movie with fuck, I think
12 Years a Slave.
No, it was kind of like that movie where she's in the basement, a spider or something, or fuck, what was it called?
Oh,
A basement with a spider.
No,
the fucking with the pig.
I can't remember, but it was
Silence of the Lambs. What are you talking about?
it was like this guy had a bunch of chicks in the basement, right?
Scarlet's Web?
No, dude. To Catch a Spider.
Charlotte's Web. It was Charlotte's Web. You fucking illiterate.
I think it was called To Catch a Spider.
Spider.
I think it was like, what was that chick that was like, do you remember when Madonna was up there like saying shit like we should kill Trump or whatever?
Yeah.
It was an actress that was up there too. What was that actress?
Sandra Bernhardt.
No, it was another actress, really hot, older actress. She was in that movie where her son gets kidnapped.
Along Comes the Spider.
Along Comes the Spider.
Bam.
and she was escaped like in the middle, and she's running through the woods at night and stuff like that. It was kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay, got
Morgan
it.
Freeman's in it, I think.
Was that nighttime when he brought you to the barn?
It was dusk.
It was the golden hour.
And
He was like, "This is going to impress this boy."
but I don't like to talk about
Show
it.
the sun.
I don't like.
Sunset.
I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to. But you said like, do you ever think about being vulnerable on stage? Every comic or everybody says you have to talk about your real life and shit.
I don't agree with that. I don't think you have to talk about your life.
I like writing jokes.
Yeah.
I like making up stories. Nothing I say on stage is true.
Yeah.
But people think it is when they talk to me after the show. They're like, "You're so different than you are on stage." Because my persona is all like, "Yeah, I fucking jerked off in front of a lady," you know. But like when they talk to me on stage, I'm very articulate,
Yeah.
handsome, very charming,
Yeah.
And they're like, "Wow, maybe you haven't raped anyone,"
Yeah.
And
Like on stage, you're a rapist. Off stage, you're just suicidal. It's completely different.
you have to worry about the people that are clean on stage.
They're clean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Clean comics.
I kind of get that vibe too.
those are the psychos.
Can I tell you something? I wrote, not to brag, guys, I wrote a blog, but in like 2006, I just started. I was writing a blog with Tucker Max and his company, so it had some exposure.
Wow, that's awesome.
And I wrote a blog about offensive comedy, like in defense of offensive comedy, right? And in it, I say, this is long before Hannibal Buress is Bill Cosby. I go, Bill Cosby's a clean comic.
He clean rapist,
And
too.
he is also a serial sexual assaulter that's proven. Everyone knows it. And the backlash I got from posting that, I had people that you got to remove it, you got to remove it, you got to remove it. I finally caved and removed it. And like a year later, Hannibal he got the fucking jump on me. I was like, God damn it!
You never remove it, dude. Like the guy from Lou Ferranda, from Caroline's.
Yeah.
He told me, he's like, never change your shit. He's like, kid, when I talk to him and he's giving me a show, and you should come if you want, if you're up in New York.
When?
You can do it. It's July 13th. Kate Quigley's gonna be like on it and stuff like
I'm
that.
cool with Kate. I don't have a problem with Kate.
I know you guys are friends, right?
She just doesn't like me. I don't know.
She doesn't like you. Well, that'd be perfect. You can like have
She
her.
doesn't hate me. I just don't think she likes me.
You made her do like Tinder or something. Can I talk about that?
Well, Kate Quigley.
I love
she's great.
her. Yeah.
She used to feature, and I guess she's mad because when I was headliner, she's a feature. I would like ask her to pay for gas when we drove places, and I would ask her to use her like Periscope or Tinder to like get people to come to it, and it worked.
You have to have a hot chick.
People would come.
to bring. That's how you do it.
I would always have like
Wait, she was upset you were using her Tinder to get people to come to shows?
I asked her to use her Tinder to get because this was the Scottsdale Laugh Factory, which was having a real tough time finding audiences.
But the benefit of it was that you were getting more people in the shows.
100%.
That's
all I
like, I
wanted.
did that too at Caroline's.
That's all I wanted.
I had two
What's
chicks.
the big deal about that?
I told her two
I
chicks.
use Tinder to promote all the time, and now I'm banned from every dating site in America because they've all been like, "You can't promote." I'm like, but I can just say, "Hey, you want to see my dick?" It's fine. But if I say, "Come to a comedy show for free," they're like, "How dare you? You're
like
banned."
on Grindr, like you go on the guys' sites. That's
I
a
should
great.
start doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should get a big gay crowd in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep telling the story. I have to read this for the upcoming.
No, there's no story. She was upset that I asked her to.
But why was she upset about that?
I guess like, look, there's two different schools of thought on like the headliner feature thing. Some people think that it's like I'm Michael U. Tito, carry my bags, sell my merch, do the shit, blah blah blah. You're my bottom bitch. You have to do the. I've never been that guy, but I've also been like we're just peers.
Yeah.
We're the same. I don't have. First of all, as a headliner, particularly then, I wasn't making much more money than her as a feature. It wasn't like I was bringing home like 20 grand or 10 grand a weekend. So so I didn't think it was a big issue to ask for gas. For something, I think it just ate at her for years, and she never told me until I saw her. She's like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey. So this is time for my new sponsor, and this is very excited.
I love it.
Blue Chew, right? Everyone, like I was the first really to think of this, and then Tim Dillon was like, "Hey, I should do Blue Chew," and then
Really?
Andrew Schultz, yeah. Pretty much, I've written every joke that's been on. Like nowadays, I've been writing jokes since I was 7.
Yeah.
And I gave a lot to Seinfeld and all them. But all right, so I gotta read something, and I gotta tell you something. This is really this is just really exciting. All right, here we go.
Can I interject during this? Can I comment and shit?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, cool.
You can definitely, but let me get the first parts out because there's a time where we can riff.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
We're at 47 minutes.
Okay, guys. It's time to dig yourself out of that winter hibernation. Spring is here, and it's time to get sprung with Blue Chew.
Yeah.
That's right. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, confidence can take you far in life. It can also help in the bedroom, especially when it comes time to step up to the plate. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever opportunity arises. And I heard when I actually won it and I tried it, and it's like I have an erection right now. Like I took it before the thing.
Is it like a gummy or a gum?
It's a chewable tablet, right? Let me finish this and we'll talk more about it. 'Cause
Sorry.
the process is simple. Sign up at bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Within days, guys. That's awesome.
That's
you know?
pretty cool.
That's great.
The best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your doctor. This is USA made, okay?
Yeah.
No kids in a sweatshop making this stuff.
I don't believe it, but okay, keep
In
going.
a discreet package, you get this stuff, okay?
Nice.
With Blue
It says
Chew,
not boner pills on
No.
it. Yeah.
with Blue Chew, men everywhere are excited to see the postman because when your package has arrived, your package has arrived. And I remember,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I remember like when I was younger, because it used to be like the postman was the dude that was banging your mom, and he looked a little bit too much like you. You know what I mean? You're like, and I think something about postmen, they're very virile. You know?
Yeah.
Like they'd walk up with this big package, giving
Yeah.
you a package,
Yeah.
and your mom was like, "Child, go play in the backyard." We got the mail coming.
I
in.
wonder, was that really a thing that postmen were banging women back in the 70s?
Why do you
and
think?
shit?
Why do you think dogs hate postmen so much? They'd be crawling. My
They're
mom,
banging master's wife.
my parents' bedroom had like marks on the door from all the dogs because they were trying to get into the postman when my dad was at work and he was banging. But now the postmen are bringing Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
They're
so
trying to
that
bring
the husband
Blue
can,
Chew.
can hold it down.
Yeah, they've turned the table.
the postman
And-
doesn't need to fuck, just needs to bring the pills now.
And it's so awesome because like you do like I tried it, right? It works. Like I said, I have an erection right now.
Blue Chew
Blue Chew.
works for whiskey dick too.
Yeah.
I do not know if you should mix it with alcohol, so I can't say
no,
anything
you
about
should
it.
not mix with
I
alcohol.
do not think you should. That is something you have to talk to with your medical
Weed
provider.
and
Talk to me
mushrooms,
about
it's
it.
preferred.
Yeah. But anyways, so like I did like the telemedicine, and this very nice lady, right, very lovely lady, she talked all about it, and she said you could take it like 4 hours before. It's not like you take it right away and you get.
So you did the consultation online. So it's just like a bot, right?
It's not,
Is it a real doctor
No, it
talking
is a
to
real
you?
doctor. I did it one time just
She
to
asked-
see what it was.
dude, she-
what
What's the
process
consultation?
was.
I want more boners. Here's the pills.
no. She talks to you, asks what like prescription medications you're taking, and then she looks up
Like
she had-
blood pressure.
It was kind of weird how she had to
it's
look.
a fucking bot. Bro.
Well, she looked up for the contraindications of the medications, and then she was like answering my questions. I was like, "So do I get a boner right away once I take it?" And she was like, "No, you have to be aroused first, and once you're aroused, then you take it. And I mean, then it's
Can
just
you help
easier."
me to get aroused?
But it was so interesting because she was saying basically how it works is it opens up the blood vessels, right? And I was like, and so she's like, guys that suffer from anxiety or ED and stuff, when you're anxious, your blood vessels shrink and
Yeah.
stuff. That's why. So this keeps the blood vessels open and stuff. So you take it, and what I was worried about was that it would like you'd be dependent on it, and you'd always need it to get a boner. And she's like, no. She's like, you will never get dependent on this, and you go back to your baseline, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, sign
And
me
your
up.
baseline is the flaccid, limp dick
Yeah.
you had
So
before Blue Chew.
So you tell your girlfriend or your mistress or your little concubine or one of your girlfriends downstairs, and you tell them, hey, clear your schedule for 4 hours. You know what I mean? And they just go to town, right? And you know, it's just like first impressions. Do you want that, or do you want a lasting impression? You know what I
I
mean?
like it.
Hey, I took Blue Chew before, and you didn't have to be aroused when you took it. I took that shit and got a boner in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, because you're an animal, Gary.
Because he's always aroused.
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free
What?
when you use our promo code. When you use our promo code Joseph, at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Joseph to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com, BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. This product is just, it's amazing.
If you take Blue Chew, your confidence will be
this
so high.
Well, this company with Blue Chew, just the fact that it can come in a package and it's discreet. But you know what?
It
Go
comes in
Blue
a
Chew.
package, and your package will come.
That's right. Anyways, so about being vulnerable on stage.
Speaking of coming,
When I did Kill Tony, that's how anybody who does know me, they know me from Kill Tony. Because during the pandemic, a girl cheated on me, and the story of how the girl cheated on me, which I told you, was so compelling to Tony. He loved when I was humiliated, you know? He's like, ha, 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 you know? And he invited me back. He said I was part of the family, and now he doesn't even talk to me, really.
Well, it sounds like a true family then.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He doesn't let me over to the secret shows. He doesn't ever have me come on and host anything or be one of the guests. He's kind of disowned me, you know? I don't know why. I think it maybe because I quit on stage or because I said I went on Discord and I was so mad at him because I was very impulsive. I used to abuse drugs. And I was very impulsive and mad at him for being mean to me in the green room. And he probably wasn't even being mean to me. He was just fucking around with me. And I took it to heart.
And you wrote about it?
I went on Discord Kill Tony chat, and I called him like a PC, like he's catering to the PC crowd. Because I said, everyone that's wearing masks are pussies. You know, it's like COVID isn't real. I was just saying the worst things I could say. So I was so mad at him. And I turned his whole crowd, like just made him like sour. And it was very unprofessional. But like I just felt like he wasn't like that friendly to me. And I could have been paranoid. All the pills I was taking, but anyways, he loves me deep down, you know, like there's a love.
Well, have you talked to him?
I've talked to him. I've apologized, but it doesn't matter. Like you can't, you know, and I would never get him canceled. You can't get canceled for saying, hey, he's PC.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I would never, because I'm not that kind of person and I hate PC, but like, it was one of the biggest mistakes I made in my career. And but I learned. That's how you have to learn is by doing stupid shit. Yeah. You know? And but anyways, what was I saying? Oh, but I hated doing the Kill Tony thing because I was talking about my private stuff. I was very vulnerable. I was like wanted to kill myself. I found out this girl just cheated on me, and I depended on during the fucking pandemic. This girl, I put all my fucking needs for community because my meetings were gone, comedy was gone, friends wouldn't come over because they're all scared they're gonna die. Or get COVID, boom, 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 and so like I would talk about this, and then outside, they would have everybody that didn't make it on the show, and they would be airing the last show from last week on a big screen, so they would all see me as the dude that got cheated on. Yeah, and I walk outside after the episode, and I'd just be like, you know, and it was so bad because I was just like I feel like myself as an artist and like a performance artist. I don't like the people to know who like my shit, you know? Yeah. And so, and I kind of like sacrificed who I am for exposure and stuff like that. And so I don't like doing that. I really like just because people don't know me. I'm not super famous. So it's like, not right now. I am super famous. Universe, you know? You have to say that to the universe.
You're already famous.
But I didn't want, if I go on stage and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna tell a story about my dad. You know, he put his penis just the tip in my rectum. And everyone's like, oh, we're gonna listen. He was so vulnerable. No, people want to hear some jokes. They don't know. Yeah. That's why the one-liners helped me a lot because it was just bam, right away, a joke, and they would trust me, the audience, more because I'm like, make them laugh. And it wasn't like these comics nowadays that are starting out. They just want to go into this whole big, long premise just to get to one punchline. And it's just, and they take forever just to get to a hit. And that's why it takes 10 years to get funny. Yeah. But I don't know. I was told by, do you know who Dante used to run a show called These Nuts at the Comedy Store? Dante.
Not Dante Nero, no.
No, Dante. Fuck, what was his last name? I forgot. But he was a black dude. He wrote in the show. He was a regular. And he told me, he's like, you know, someone like you that can crush really quickly like this, people are going to hate you because you're new and like it doesn't, you know, usually it takes longer and they're not going to accept you. So it feels like it didn't even matter, and it still feels like it doesn't matter that I'm funny, that like I feel because all I want to do is be accepted by the comics, not accepted. But audience is great and stuff, but like I just want to be accepted by the comics, especially the older guys that I look up to.
Yeah.
And the fact that like Tony, he kind of like disowned me and stuff, it really hurt.
Why don't you go back? Why don't you put your name in the hat and go back on Kill Tony?
Because I'm better than that, dude.
I think that would be good.
ego.
I think that would be cool if you did
That'd be
that.
it. Put your name in the hat. Just fucking get your ego out of the way. Just go back and.
That's what because when you're open micer, you do that shit. It basically puts you at a different level.
I might do it. John Carden did it. He's hilarious. I was like, put my name in the hat. Tell a 1 minute joke.
No.
Why not?
Rogan told me not to do it. He was like, "You're too funny."
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so
Yeah, but that it's different though.
no, the reason I don't do it is because it sets you at a level as someone that signs up for Kill Tony.
different.
For exposure.
It's different if you did it. I stand by that completely.
It's someone when you're trying to start out, it's great for the exposure, but basically you're going up there just to get discovered or something.
Yeah.
But like I feel like every time I tell myself I already made it, it's like you have the universe aligns around that vision and stuff. But like I don't
No, I'm saying you should do that for like shock value, right?
I'm
Isn't that what you're trying
back.
to get at?
Well,
I
I'm
just-
banned
let me put
from
it
the
this way.
fucking Vulcan. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't go back up there.
Oh yeah,
I'm banned.
That's
Nobody's gonna be like, I would love to see this guy headline, but he did kill Tony. No way. They're not
Yeah.
gonna. It's no harm.
Hey, we're at an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So
In conclusion,
we've had the legendary Bill Dawes. When I first saw Bill Dawes on the Riff, I was like, who the fuck's this guy? You
is
know?
that we saw me on the riff?
when Nasia that runs that show, she runs the show that we started together.
Were you on the show? Were you on the show together? No.
No,
You were-
no,
You
this
were
was-
the audience. With your
This
arms
was after
folded,
I was like
judging comics like these fucking
I was like,
assholes.
well, I never saw you perform, but this was after she told me that it's just her show, even though we created it together.
Yeah.
And she thinks she created improv. She's like, you know, did you tell people you created the Riff? And I was like, I did not create improv.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, you know, I always will love her deep down. Seriously, I will, even though.
It's such a vulnerable episode.
Deep down.
But
Deep down.
even though she hates me, I always will because for some reason
That's the theme of the show: women who hate us and women that we like.
I love women. I grew up with women, and I know that they're disgusting, just like us. They take shits. They leave fucking period blood. I know we're almost done.
Yeah, they definitely take shits.
Yeah, all over, yeah, he knows. But they
I never want to see a woman's shit in the bowl. Like that will I know they do, but it's
It
like
kinda-
a cat. I just want to see it. I don't want to smell it.
it kind of turns you on though. in a way.
I dated a girl. I dated a girl one time that just never shit.
That's what you think. But Kate Quigley
She
has
hid
a
from
bit
you.
about that. How they go to like McDonald's in the morning,
Yeah.
and you think like, oh, this girl's great. She always brings me coffee. It's because
Yeah.
she's going to shit.
I
at
date
the-
girls I've no evidence of shitting ever.
I used to think that the bottle was just for us during that time of the month.
Yeah.
And then gender neutral bathrooms came along. And I was like, I thought it was just for us, you know?
Alright.
Anyways, on that note, thank you guys. We're going to have more podcast episodes coming up. I'm sorry. It's been a while. I've just been killing it on the road. And this is the way it goes. But we're back better than ever. Better sponsors than that old piece of shit company
Yeah.
that let me.
Get Blue Chew, guys.
Yeah.
And
Get
let us
hard.
know how your boners worked out.
I've been hard this whole episode.
Email into the show about your boner.
Yeah. Blue Chew stories. I like that idea.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. Bye.